friends, and welcome to Romeo Taste Videos. Today we are making creme brulee. Now this super simple custard, which really only needs 5 minutes to come together, is a great way to play with your food as you tap into that custard after caramelizing that sugar coating. This one happens to include a tea infusion, but you can completely omit that if you just want a plain regular creme brulee. This doesn't take long and it's super tasty. I'd love to know if you give this a go, so add a comment below, tag me on Instagram Romeo Taste, and subscribe for more videos like this.
We want to preheat our oven to 150 degrees Celsius or 325 degrees Fahrenheit. You might also notice that we have tea in this creme brulee, but you can absolutely choose to leave that out or add in instant coffee or even freeze-dried berries of your choosing to flavor this as you prefer. We want to place our cream, which is heavy cream in this case, our salt, sea salt or kosher is best here, and our tea strainer, which will help to really infuse that cream as we place it on low heat and heat that cream until it is simmering at the edges and really nice and hot, and that will get the flavors of that tea out of the cream. If we are infusing this with instant coffee, I recommend waiting until the cream is hot before we add in the coffee. But anything else, if it needs a little bit of infusion time, heating it with our cream is best here. This doesn't take long, it only takes about 3 minutes to get our cream to really hot because this is such a small portion. As you can see, I'm opting to stir my cream, but if you're not infusing it, you can just kind of let it heat on its own without touching it as it gets really nice and hot. Once it is thoroughly heated through, we'll want to set the cream aside to infuse slightly and cool a little bit as we get to making the rest of our beautiful custard. We want to place our egg yolks and our sugar into a bowl. And we really just want to use a hand whisk to just whisk them thoroughly. We want to truly break them up. We want to make sure that sugar is nicely incorporated and that they go from that really bright orange or yellow color to a much paler color. This will honestly only take 30 seconds. We don't need to worry too much about making sure that sugar dissolves, because as we add in the hot cream, that sugar will just become much looser in this mixture because that hot cream will really get to it. So as you can see, we've almost completely finished whisking our egg yolks, and that's when we begin adding in our cream. We want to add it in small stages to begin with because we don't want to cook our egg yolks. So we just want to add in approximately 2 to 3 tablespoons. Just eyeball it. Don't be too methodical about this. You don't have to measure anything out. Just add a small little amount the first 2 to 3 times and whisk, and then add more and more of your cream in as you incorporate it into your egg yolks. And by the time you finish incorporating into your egg yolks, this mixture will be really nice and light thanks to the cream, but also that the edge of your bowl will probably feel very lightly warm because that cream has had time to cool down as well. We want to make sure we have placed our ramekins into a larger baking dish before we add in our creme brulee custard mixture, and then we just want to pour an equal measure into each of them. My ramekins measure about 1 cup capacity or 250 mils capacity for each of them. And then just before we place them into the oven, we can opt to do this in the oven itself, but we will lose a lot of heat. So we want to pour boiling water halfway up the sides of the outside of our baking dishes and bake for 40 minutes until they're only ever so slightly jiggly in the center. We want to let those cool completely and ideally refrigerate for at least 1 hour before we do our sugar coating. I only needed about half a tablespoon for both my ramekins here. And if you do not have a blowtorch, you can absolutely place these under the broiler or the grill. but this is probably the most fun part of our entire process, and we don't want to do this more than 2 hours before we serve. We don't want to lose that beautiful sugar crunch topping. And if yours looks like mine, friends, you've done a fantastic job, and I truly hope you enjoyed this.